This is Ask the Experts, sponsored by DesertPolymerFlooring.com, your concrete coating superstore.
These are your concrete coating experts. They have the answers to take your project to the next level. Meet Charles Lascelles, an expert in concrete coatings with over 25 years of experience as an innovator in applications and an authority in polyurethanes, epoxies, metallics, and floor preparation. Charles Lascelles is an industry leader.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Ask the Experts with our favorite expert, Chuck Lascelles.
Oh,
what's up, man?
Mark. Good to see you.
Dude, always good to see you, man.
Yes.
High spirits, looking good.
I'm trying.
Well, we have a lot of things we're going to talk about here today, okay? This is probably one of my favorite episodes. We're going to be talking about aggregates. We've got admixtures. We've got micas. We've got decorative chips. I mean, it's a whole lot of things going on here.
Yes, there is. A whole lot of things. We can take one step at a time.
Yeah, let's do that. Why don't we start off with aggregates? Let's talk about, what that is and what are aggregates used for?
Well, aggregates is just a term of, say, colored quartz, for instance, that makes the epoxy coating stronger. Mm-hmm. Aggregates can be Monterey sand, it could be colored quartz, it could be a number of different things that are basically sands, aggregates. You think of aggregates, you think of what's mined from the earth.
Sure.
So what that does to epoxy is it makes it stronger on the inside. So if there is a call, for instance, we have our colored quartz, we have different colors here, but when this is broadcast into an epoxy, it makes the epoxy, again, it makes it stronger. Mm-hmm. And usually there's a double broadcast system, what they call it in our industry, where they broadcast this twice over. So you're using successive coats to achieve a 50 mil system, a very thick system. Why would you use that? Well, automotive facilities as an example.
Okay.
If someone were to drop, say, a wrench from a car 8 feet high, and it hits the floor, a typical epoxy, say a 2-coat system that someone put on, or even a 3-coat system without aggregate, it would shock the floor, and very well could just peel it because of the shock. When you add aggregates, you make it stronger on the inside because these aggregates can absorb shock. So if you drop, say, a tool, let's say 8 to 10 feet high, you're working on an automobile that's high up, but it hits it, it absorbs the shock, and you don't get peeling or anything like that. And the top coats that go on here can be chemical resistant and offer the performance at the end of the day for the materials. So
what you're saying, I guess in essence, is that this particular material is almost like a cushioning for your concrete.
Exactly. That's a good way of putting it. In layman's terms, that's a good way of putting it. It is a shock absorber.
Okay.
And when there's heavy use, pallet jacks and industrial uses, when they're dragging things on top of it, it will perform better than other applications.
Now, you mentioned just now that you broadcast this twice. Is it necessary to do that twice, or can you do it once and still have a strong enough
If you're looking for a heavy-duty floor and that's what it's being done for, then a double broadcast system is what I would recommend.
So why don't we move on to resin sand? I think these are like admixtures, right?
Well, yes, they're designed for slip resistance, and it's really important that contractors incorporate that in their finished coating to ensure safety for their customers, because polyurethanes, epoxies, when they get wet, they're very slippery.
Yeah.
As is some tiles or even marble or granite can be slippery when wet. So as a precaution, the use of slip-resistant resin sand is used. And there's different sizes. You notice that this one seems a little more granular.
I did. I was noticing that. It's a little thicker. This is a little finer. And I was going to ask you if there was a difference in these.
There is. Obviously, the larger the resin, the more slip resistance you will get.
I see. Okay.
So this happens to be number 40. This for our representation today, and this one happens to be 60, which is a finer resin.
So I got a question. If one's thicker than the other, is this used outdoors or indoors?
It can be used in both, and that's a very good question. And it's not a matter. It's really a matter of size of the sand.
Okay.
And the more traction you will get, the larger the sand, obviously. So.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Now, a lot of customers, they don't want the resin sand because you can see a light haze in your finish coats when you're using these resin sands, because it kind of gives like a shadow effect.
I see.
Yeah. So
is it like salty grains that you can see?
Yeah, you can see it. It's a clear resin sand. It doesn't look white on the surface, but it can be noticeable.
So I'm assuming you would never use that on metallics.
metallics are metallics.
Okay. 'Cause they're slippery.
And again, a lot of customers, they know the precaution about slip and fall, and they take the appropriate steps when they're mopping or something. They'll put out a little safety cone to make sure no one slips and falls. That way, the beauty of the resin flooring that they're going to use will show and not the slip resistance.
Well, that makes sense. So is it a necessity that a contractor put this down, or is this just a choice by the customer?
It's a choice by the customer,
Okay.
but I highly recommend the contractor discusses the slip and fall precautions with them and the option for resin sand. It's better to ask than not do it and then fall.
Oh, I agree.
It's always good to ask.
I agree.
Let
Okay.
them make the decision.
So, as I said, we have so much going on here and a lot of things to discuss. Why don't we go ahead and start talking about what these are? These are known as micas, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about micas.
They're pretty neat things, aren't they? I mean,
They
look
are.
at this.
Very, very shiny objects.
Yes. Again, these are mined. And micas are micas. You just
Okay.
look it up in the dictionary. It discusses the micas and where they're mined, and they come in different types of sizes and looks, and they're very lightweight. So the applicator
my
should
gosh, I like
have.
how these feel.
Isn't that neat? So the applicator should know how to use these. Now these.
They're very fine.
Yeah, they're very fine. It's not like decorative, say, chips.
Yeah,
you
they're
literally
very different,
you have
yeah.
to shake low, because if you shake high or try to throw it up, it just floats. So
Because
a lot
it's
of
so
guys,
thin.
it's so light they have to kind of get lower to the floor.
Yeah.
And broadcast it slowly.
So, is this like, do you put it together like you would chips? You also broadcast that way?
Yes,
or can
this
you go
goes into
the actual mixture?
You can in a small amount,
Okay.
but it's really designed for the decorative element within the epoxy system or polyurethane system, which one you're using. And make sure to always finish coat this with a polyurethane of your choice.
Now, you guys at Desert Polymer just started carrying these, right? Like,
Oh
these
no,
brand new- you guys have
we've
had
had
it
these
a while.
for about a decade now.
Oh, you have? My
Yes,
gosh, okay.
yes.
See, I'm brand new to this stuff.
I understand.
So, I see this, I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So, a garage floor could use this stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
We sell it for garage floor. It's a little on the pricier end than vinyl chips, let's say, but it's a neat alternative. If someone wants to spend the money on their man cave, there you go. You've got something really cool.
I think it's time for a man cave.
Yeah.
I like your idea. That's gonna be the next project, okay?
Okay,
A
all right.
man cave at my place.
All right. All right.
All right, let's move on here. Before we do, does this have anything to do with what we're talking about, or is this part of the decorative chip?
This is part of the decorative chip.
Okay.
Basically letting everyone know there are thousands of combinations that are available in different sizes, and we can talk about that right now.
Okay.
And we have what we call our vinyl chips right over here, and they come in different sizes. And you can see this custom size right here.
That's a lot different than those micas. It's a little
it is.
thicker.
It is, and,
I like that.
it's heavier. It's dried.
Yeah.
It's dried paint. Let's
Yeah.
be honest. But when they chop it up like this into different sizes, you can get it as small as you see here.
So that's what all these
1/30
here?
seconds. Yes.
Okay. Wow.
And you can have it cut as large as this. This is 1 inch. You see how big this is? Yeah. And this gets broadcasted right into your epoxy. So, and this is a custom color. This is really cool.
I like that.
This is like red earth, but yet this is a paint chip that's cut down with about 3 different colors in here. You can't really see close, but it is many different colors that create this look.
I think this is the most typical that you see in garage floors.
Yes.
I know a lot of garages I've seen, for instance, homes of garage. This is the color I see. I've never, and these are beautiful here, by the way.
Yeah.
Never seen these two. Definitely never seen this. Is this a garage also, or is this used for something different?
Garage floors,
So all of this?
commercial. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
These are real. I have created this particular show today to show our customers out there that there's more than just the 12 standard colors that you see.
Yeah.
I want them to expand their horizons as far as getting different colors in, different sizes, offer their customer more than just the standard colors that you typically see for garage floors. People take their time when they buy carpet, when they buy tile.
That's right.
Why not take the time and customize your garage floor?
That is an excellent point. It's true. You should take the time, just like you would any other floor. And by offering more, I think that gives customers a great choice of things to go with and not be so typical to go with, your regular, like I said, that I see in just about every single garage.
That's correct.
Chuck, I didn't know any of this stuff even existed. By seeing what you're showing me here today, and I'm sure there's contractors that see the show probably have no idea this stuff existed. It's a great educational moment for me. Really love this here. I would love to see that in more garages. I could just imagine how amazing that would look.
It is beautiful, and if you look really close with this chip, it's actually called a vari-color, and maybe you'll get a shot of this later.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the vari-colors are different stripes of paint when it's dried, so it looks like almost wood. It's really neat.
That's what I was going to tell you. I feel like it's something that came off of a trunk of a tree.
Yeah,
you know, it just kind of fell down and stuff. So yeah,
and
it's
based
really
on
cool.
the base color you pick, it can look just absolutely very, very beautiful.
Now, I also see, we have the metallics here, and I'm assuming that this is a metallic powder that creates this?
Yes. I mean, this is just an example of the powder. You can see it's very light and fluffy. It's like, this is just...
wow.
Yeah,
look at that.
This is just... It's very, very light.
Wow, that's awesome.
And it homogenizes within the epoxy system, and it has the textured feel of flour.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, And but again, these metallics are mine, and they're pigmented. And for instance, this color here ends up turning into this.
Well, these are beautiful, by the way. We had an episode on metallics. If you want to check that out, you can. It's on desertpolymerflooring.com. Let's move on to these here. This looks like a lot of fun, dude. Like, this is to me like makeup, like something you put on your nails. Is it glitter?
It is glitter.
Okay.
Yes, it's glitter. Well, I really can't tell you where they're manufactured.
Okay.
But, I mean, obviously, you see it in a lot of different applications. Women love it on their nails. And
of course,
people don't realize all the things that you can do with glitters. And there's different colors of glitters where you can add it into your polyurethane or broadcast it, mix it in with your vinyl chips, whatever color, and mix that in along with it and broadcast that out on the floor. So these glitters, they're really neat. You can incorporate them inside your polyurethanes. You can add it into your vinyl chips. You can broadcast it after your vinyl chip. You can do a lot of different things with glitter. It just adds that flair.
How difficult is it to apply glitter? Because I see how fine it is.
You have to know what you're doing when you're working with glitters. Because if you get clumps of glitters into your coating and it's not mixed in correctly, when you're broadcasting it too, it can take away from what you're trying to accomplish on the
for that whole design that shine.
Correct.
Yeah,
so an applicator should have some experience on the use of glitters. You can't just go out and just think, I'm going to go use it. You got to know what they're doing.
These colorful ones over here that don't look anything like the other ones we've looked at. Okay, we've got shiny, we've got little dull colors, we got glitter.
Yeah.
But these are very
glow in the dark. That's what
they're
glow in the dark. They're phosphorus.
So that's what it looks like. That's what we're looking for.
Yes. Phosphorus, glow in the dark. They are really cool. There are actually more colors than this, but these are they're just like vinyl chips.
Oh, I see. They feel the same way.
Yeah, they feel the same way. And but when the lights are off, say these are being used for say a club or dance floor, you could use a small amount of this, or you can use a large. This is a glow in the dark. This white, and so you can have a darker chip, let's say, with this in it, and all of a sudden at night, it's glowing your floor.
Awesome. Well, this is all fantastic. You've got some amazing products here. Are these always available over at the Desert Polymer?
They are available. Some of them are special order, depending on the amounts that you need. We carry over 5 tons of colored chips, over 24 different styles of blended colored chips in stock, and we carry the quartz in stock. And mostly the micas will have to be special ordered, and some of the special order of the glitters and the glow in the dark.
You can find all of this stuff that we've talked about here today at Desert Polymer. If you want to find out more, go to their website. It's desertpolymerflooring.com. All this stuff is going to be on there if it's not already there, because I can't really remember if it's there now. But if it's not, we'll make sure that we include it in there for you, get you all the information that you need. Chuck, thank you so much, man. I think this is a great show. I got to learn a lot. All this glitter and fun stuff. I loved it, man. So you did a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you, man.
All right, same
Thanks
here.
Again, until next time.
Until next time, we are Ask the Experts. And for more information, just go to desertpolymerflooring.com.